consider your thought. So again, we have at least 16 hours a day to think. And average person has 60,000 thoughts per day. So we need to examine what kind of thought we have. So each day we create new thought, but most of them comes from our own tendency. So Master Yuki, the founder of Happy Science movement, so he describes soul tendency in a very interesting way. Especially he focused on subconscious. So if you consider soul tendency, your thought, so you need to think about two minds, conscious mind and your subconscious. So Master Oka always focus on subconscious, because subconscious is the place we store, we accumulate our thoughts. So he described what is subconscious. Subconscious is night train. Night train. Imagine that you are in a train. Maybe you don't take train, right? You always drive a car or airplane. So, but please imagine you are taking train and night train. Okay, so you have certain direction. So you want to go certain place. That's why you take that train. So you are now in the train. And that is night train. Although you are thinking of certain place. So where you want to go. But this train is moving to another direction. So you're going to fall asleep because it's night. And you assume the train take you to the place you want to go. However, the train has another direction. So during sleeping in the train, this train, night train, take you to the place. So that is not your destination. So that is night train. Actually, this story is, I can understand this story because I used to live in Tokyo. And Tokyo is like a New York City. So it's very hard to keep own car because no place to park. And if you park the car, it's very expensive. And instead, so many public transport stations, subways, and many train lines. And people work so hard, especially at night. So the business people always are worrying about last train. So they have to take last train. And then, jump in the last train and exhausted and sleep in the train. And many cases, it's wrong train. It's train. That train don't take you to your home, to completely different direction. I have many experiences. Not only people in Tokyo, so everybody has same experiences. So night train is very dangerous. So, and then, what's happened? After you realize, this is very completely different place. So you have to hire the taxi. So there's only way to go home. And if you take a taxi and go home, it's so expensive. So, but this is what's happened to our life. So, night train is subconscious. Our subconscious. Subconscious is a mentality with tendencies. Subconscious has own tendencies. It means moving toward certain direction. Although you want to go to different direction, on surface consciousness, your subconscious always moving toward certain direction. If you have many negative tendency of the soul, your subconscious, which is your night train, is heading for unhappiness. So you cannot go home. So that's why the issue is direction. So which direction your subconscious, your night train is heading for? So we need to know. Otherwise, every night, your subconscious, your night train will take you to the place you don't want to go. So, the Master Oka named this mentality loving unhappiness syndrome. Now this is a bit strange expression. So loving unhappiness. And this syndrome is common among us. We have this problem. So unconsciously loving unhappiness. However,
Sorry to interrupt. I don't know if we're permitted to ask questions or not, but the different direction that the subconscious wants to go in, is it always a more negative direction?
depends on your soul tendency. Depends on your soul tendency. For example, if you always think about positive or something developing, always positive future with clear image. So your soul tendency is very positive and always moving toward positive future. So although you are not working hard, your soul tendency will bring you to the prosperity or success. So that is subconscious. So that is a power of subconscious. Anyway, so can I go on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the loving unhappiness. So let me give you one example. One Japanese lady. She is a member of Happy Science Japan. She is about 60 years old, and she worked for hospital for many years. She used to be a Christian, very faithful, pure mind. And then she retired. Actually, she quit the hospital because she became breast cancer. And she was told by doctor the cancer already spread in other part of the body, and she has only 6 months to live. So she was so disappointed. And then, because she learned spiritual truths and soul tendencies, she practiced meditation in order to examine her own thought. So before that, she never seriously considered her own thought, especially subconscious.